Assalamualaikum everyone. This is me Hania. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. Once again today I have something new to discuss with you that is about mathematics. So today once again we'll learn something new and we'll know about something that will be new. So let's start our lecture without wasting any of our time. So the topic of today is ratio. Like as previously we did ratio and we do unit conversions of ratios and properties of ratios, how to solve ratios, equivalent ratios, and how to find ratios in things, and how to write ratio, how to simplify them, all the things that we have done in the last video. So please, if you have not seen that video, so kindly go and see that video, and then you can if you will come in this video now, then that would be easier for you to study now, because in this video I will only just recall the topics. So if you have not liked or subscribed my YouTube channel, please do that, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get the notification of each video. And if you have any question on English, Urdu, math, science topics, so you can message on any of my video, comment on any of my video. I'll go through that and I'll make a video on that. So today we have ratio. So the video that was uploaded before this, in last video we did at least 5 to 6 or more than that topics about ratio, and we discussed many things about ratio, and whole ratio was clear there, but three things were left, so we will do them today. So today we'll do conversion of units of time or measurements, conversion of units to define any ratio, and relation of ratio, fraction, and decimal. These three things we'll learn today. Okay, so let's start our lecture. Okay, ratio. This is a thing that we learned yesterday. At the recap is written. The numerical comparison between two or more like or same quantities of the same kind or measured in same units is called ratio. So for the ones who have not watched my previous video, I can tell a bit to you that a ratio is something that is the numerical comparison between two things. The thing or the formality that you have to fulfill is this, that they must be of same kind. If I'm measuring some thing's height, so I can't do that with weight. I have to also use the unit of height, and I have also gonna measure the height. So it's important that to measure between the comparison of two numerical values, and they should be of same quantity, okay, and same kind also. Basically that is called a ratio. Okay, like in mathematics, a ratio shows how many times one number contains another, and how many times a quantity is greater or less than the other. So in that's why it is very important to take the both quantities as being equal and of the same kind. That's why. Okay, look, yesterday we learned about these all points also, like the key points that I told you, that they were two unlike quantities cannot be compared by a ratio. We cannot compare two unlike quantities. It's not possible to compare two unlike quantities. We cannot find ratio if any of the quantity is zero, because it means no quantity. So I said that the quantity should be of same kind, so then how we can compare the ratio? Order of elements of ratio matters a lot. Like A is to B, or A ratio B is not B ratio A. So like in division order matters a lot, and in subtraction order matters a lot. As same in ratio, order also matters a lot, as in fraction also. Ratio has no unit. We have units first, but we cut out the unit and take the quantities only. The first quantity or term of ratio is called antecedent. Okay, the first term, like in fraction, first term we have numerator, but in ratio we have the first term as antecedent, and the second quantity in fraction we have that is denominator, but in ratio we have consequent. Okay, our ratio is expressed in its simplified form. Like if we take about fractions, so fractions are also always in their simplified form, as same as ratios are also in their simplified form. Like A ratio B, I have an example. A ratio B, or I will say in words, like I can also say 1:2, where colon this 2 dot sign is sign of ratio, and it is read as A is 1:2. Okay, but it can't be reached as 2:1, as order of terms matter a lot. Okay, first of all, this colon, it means it's the sign of ratio, and if I say a1:2, it means a1 is to 2, or I can't say it 2:1 or 2:1, because the order matters a lot in ratios. Where to express a ratio? How can we express a ratio? Basically, in general, A ratio B can be expressed in three ways. One in statement, like A is to B, and in fraction form, A over B, okay, and B cannot be equals to 0. And in ratio, A ratio B, okay. And these all three ways are equal to each other, like they mean the same. A is to B, A over B, or A ratio B. These all are the same things. Equivalent ratios. What are equivalent ratios? So if we multiply or divide any ratio with a non-zero number, then we get an equivalent ratio for the given. Like in ratios, as we have done in fraction, also we also have equivalent fractions. So we also have equivalent ratios that mean the same scenario. Simplified ratio, they are always the same simplified ratios that we have of the fractions. Like we cannot get the simplified form of a ratio by dividing its element or term with their HCF. Okay, we can get. So this means that if we divide them ratios with their HCF, we can get the simplified form. Or simplified ratios is always defined in natural numbers. Okay, important key. Equivalent ratios have the same or same simplified or lowest form. Like if I write 4:12 and 9:27 are equivalent, as they both have same simplified form. Look, 4:12, they both are divided by 4 and I get answer 1:3, and 9:27 they can be divided by 9, so I get 1:3. Look, their ratio is not same, but they are dividing. Their equivalent ratios are same. That means they are also equivalent ratios, as they both are having same simplified form. Unit conversions, we also revised is that time we revised as 1 year is equals to 365 days, and 1 month equals to 30 days. 1 hour equals to 60 minutes, 1 day equals to 24 hours, and 1 week equals to 7 days, and 1 month equals to 4 weeks. And in measurements, we revised that 1 kg equals to 1000 gram, 1 liter equals to 1000 milliliter, 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meter, and 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. These all things are very easy, and we discussed them yesterday, so there is no proper need to revise all of them again. So define the ratios between the given quantities possible, like 1 year and 30 days, I said. Now, first of all, they can be, because their year and days are same. They are in the same kind of quantity. So 1 year and 30 days, like 1 year and 30 days. 365 days and 30, like 1 equals to 365 days, so I'll write 365 days and 30 days. Now I will cancel out days because they are the units. So 365 and 30, they both are divided by 5, so I will divide them by 5, I will get 73.6. So this is a simplified form. Okay, and they can be defined. So complete the given table. Like ratio, I have 1:10. So fraction, in fraction I will write 1/10, and in decimal I will write 0.1. Okay, as it's a decimal fraction, so it's not a common fraction. 6:5 basically 6:5. If I have to make it a fraction, first of all I will write 6/5. Now I have to make it a fraction that would be in decimal fraction. So 5 multiplied by 10 and 6 multiplied by 10, I will get 12, or 5 multiplied by 2 and 6 multiplied by 2, I'll get 12 or 10, and I'll do now when I will get 12 over 10, that means it's a decimal fraction, so I can make it decimal, that means 1.2. 3:25 means 3/25, and I'll multiply it by 4 to make it 12:100, and then I'll get 0.12. Take a divine ratios for the following. Like I am 10 years old and my sister is 2 years younger than me. We did that yesterday. Ratio of my age to my sister's age is like 10:8, so I'll divide by 2, I'll get 5:4, and it's in simplified form. Ratio of my sister's age to my age is, like, first of all I write my sister's age, that is 8, and my age is 10, so I write 8:10. That's all. Also can be simplified to divide it by 2, and I'll get 4:5. It's in simplified form. The capacity of a jug is 5.6 liters and the capacity of the glass is 0.8 liters. Then the ratio of capacity of glass to the jug. So first of all is 0.8 0.8 ratio 5.6. These are multiply. I'll multiply them with 12 and I'll get 8 ratio 56, and I'll divide them with 8. I will get 1 ratio 7. So that's my answer. Now the second topic and the most important topic that we have to do today is the topic that is percentage. Introduction to percentage, conversion of percentage into fraction and vice versa, conversion of percentage into decimal and vice versa, what problems related to percentage, these all things we'll do today. So common fractions. So I was discussing about common fractions and decimal fractions. So what are basically common fractions? Like 1r2, 3r4, 1r10. No, 1r10 is not a common fraction, but I'll tell. 1r2, 3r4, 2r2, 3r3, 7r6. These all are common fractions. But you would be thinking, why have I not taken the name of 1r10, 1r100 and 1r1000? Because these are decimal fractions. Decimal fractions can be any fraction that has the denominator with having the power of 10. 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. Okay, that has the denominator with the power of 10. I don't care about the numerator. It's not obvious that the numerator would be 1. It can be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Any natural number. It can be any natural number. But the denominator must be having the it must be having the power of 10. And percentage. Now what is a percentage basically? Percentage is a quantity that can be expressed as a fraction out of 10. The term percent means out of 100. Percent also means per 100. So percent basically means out of 100. That's why the total quantity we have is 100%. Always we have 100% quantity. Like if I have 50%, I have a 50 amount of quantity, I will add 50 or 100, because 100% and out of that 100%, 50% I am discussing now, and then less 50% is left. So basically percent basically means out of 100. That's why it's obvious to use the term percent, and it's out of 100. Percent comes from the Latin phrase per centum. The Latin word centum means 100. For example, a century is 100 years. So centum basically is a Latin word, and from there the percent arrived, and they basically, if you look, centuries of 100 years. So that's why percent means out of 100. Okay, percentage, a quantity taken out of 100 is called a percentage. So whenever we take something about a percent, is called a percentage. So important thing to tell you, this is 100% is always one whole. As you know, whole, like I have 4 over 4, that means one whole. I have 5 over 5, that means one whole. I have 5, that is mean one whole. Okay, that is meaning, or 5 wholes I can say. When we divide a square into 100 equal parts, then each of these parts can be represented as in fraction, in decimal, and in percentage. Like in fraction, how, like if I have 100 parts and I shade one of that, my fraction of shaded part would be 1 over 100. Okay? In decimals, it's obvious that it's in decimal fraction, so it would be easy for me to write in decimals. Like I'll have 0.01, and in percentage it's very easy, as it's already 1 over 100. So it would be my 1%. 1 over 100 multiplied by 1 equals to 1%. And if I have unshaded part, what would I have? 99 or 100. Okay, it would be my fraction. In decimal I will write 0.99. okay, and in percentage I will write 99%. Very easy, it's super easy. Then I have write a percentage for the given figures. For the given figures, where total parts of each figure are 100. Like here I have total 100 part and 20 of them are shaded. Okay, I have 100 part, 20 of them are shaded. That means 20 or 100 for the shaded part, so that means 20%. Then I have a fraction where I have total 100 part and half that is shaded, that means 50% is shaded. So of course 50 or 100 means 50%. Then I have here that scenario I told you, that there are 100 parts and 99 of them are shaded. That means 99 over 100, it means 99%. Percent actually means 100. Okay, convert 3 or 5 into percentage. Now you will thinking that how we can convert it into a percentage, because it is not having power of 10. It is not basically a number that is having the denominator 100. So how we'll make it? So there are two methods to do that. So like in first method we make the denominator 100. How? If that number is a common number, if it can be converted into it can be converted into 100 by dividing it or by multiplying it. What we'll do, then we'll do that, we'll use method 1, that is make the denominator as 100. So 3 or 5 multiplied by 20 gives us, we'll multiply both numerator and denominator, so we'll get 60 or 100. That means 60 multiplied by 1 over 100 equals to 60%. But if we have method 2, the common numbers also cannot be made 100, so we have to use the method 2, that is multiply by 100%. Okay, like 3 over 5 multiplied by 1 basically means 100%, because 1 whole I told you means 100%. So 3 or 5 multiplied by 100%. So 5 and 100, they both can be divided by 5. So I will get 3 or 1 multiplied by 20%. So I can easily write 3 multiplied by 20%, that is 60%. So it's easy. So 3 or 5 equals to 60%. That's really easy. Then convert 36 or 90 into percentage. So first of all we'll multiply by 100%. 36 or 90 multiplied by 1 equals to 36 or 90 multiplied by 100%. So 36 or 90 multiplied by 100%, they both can be 90 and 100 can be divided by 10. So I can get the answer as 36 or 9 multiplied by 10%. Now 36 and 9, they both are divided by 9, so I can get 4 or 1 multiplied by 10%. So I can easily write 4 multiplied by 10%, that is 40%. So 36 over 90 equals to 40%. And then convert 85% into fraction. So 85%, that percent basically means 100. So 85 or 100. So now fractions are always in simplified form, so I will simplify them as they are divided by 5. So I will write 17 over 20, and this is the simplified form. So 85% is equals to 17 or 20. So if 76% of a figure is shaded, what will be the fraction representing this percentage? Also draw the figure for it. This would be the figure, total parts would be 76, 100 and 76 would be shaded. Look, wait, 76% equals to basically 76 or 100. Now they both are divided as fractions are in simplified form, so they are divided by 4. So I'll get 19 or 25. So this is simplified form. I will basically make 25 parts and 19 of them would be shaded. Then I have convert 0.8 into percentage. So there are also two methods for it. First method, write decimal as fraction. So 0.8 is basically 8 over 10. So make denominator as 100, and 8 over 10 multiplied by 10 gives us 80 or 100, that is 80%. Then second method is that multiply by 100. 0.8 multiplied by 1 equals to 8. 8 multiplied by 100% equals to 80. So or 0.8 equals to 80%. Then we have convert 65 into decimal. So like first method is write percentage as fraction, like 65 over 100 convert fraction to decimal, that is 0.65. and then method 2, 65% equals to like 65, 0 will come 2 places backward, that will make 0.65. okay. Then in an exam, Farhan scored 27 marks out of 50. What is the percentage of his obtained marks and find percentage of his lost marks? So first solution would be scored marks that are 27 and total marks are 50. Fraction of obtained marks would be 27 or 50, and percentage of obtained marks like 27 or 50 multiplied by 1 equals to 27 or 50 multiplied by 100%. Like 27 or 50 multiplied by 100%, they are divided by 50. Okay, so then 50 and 100 would be divided by 50. So I'll get 27 multiplied by 2% equals to 54%. The percentage of his obtained marks is 54%, and percentage of lost marks like 100% minus 54%, 46%. So the percentage of lost marks is 46%. Okay, then I have a fruit basket is filled with 5 apples, 8 bananas and 7 pears. What is the percentage of basket filled with apples? What's the percentage of basket filled with bananas, and what's the percentage of basket filled with pears? So first of all, if you do total fruits that are 5 plus 8 plus 7 equals to 20 fruits. Okay, so part 1, fraction of apples, that is 5 over 20. So but percentage of apples, like 5 or 20 multiplied by 1 equals to 5 or 20 multiplied by 100%. 20 and 100, they both are divided by 20, so I'll get 5 multiplied by 5%, that is 25%. The percentage of apples is 25%, and fraction of bananas is 8 or 20, so percentage of bananas is 8 or 20 multiplied by 1, that is equals to 8 or 20 multiplied by 100%. 20 and 100, they both are divided by 20, so I'll get 8 multiplied by 5%, that is 40%. So the percentage of banana is 40%, and then I'm having fraction of pears, that is 7 or 20, so percentage of pear equals to 720 multiplied by 1 equals to 720 multiplied by 100%. So now 20 and 100 are divided by 20, so I'll get 7 multiplied by 5%, I'll get 35%. So the percentage of pear is 35%. So I hope so you liked today's lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till that, take care. Allah Hafiz.